Okay. No. Okay. Hello. For some reason, I was making a video, and then all of a sudden it quit making, and I don't understand. It's something, either something is right or something is wrong, or there's a difference of opinion. My opinion is that it shouldn't stop, but I'm not ready for it to stop, and unfortunately, I have a cat. Now, what I was going to say, and this is an answer to that female woman that puts all the eye makeup on, and she's so cute and pretty, and she's not crazy, she ought to be. But she claims to be transgendered and transsexual, but she's had the whole 9 yards, and I was also too, but I couldn't get the whole 9 yards because of being too schizophrenia, and most of them, be that as it may. She's a pretty girl, and she's got good stuff. Good pictures on the TV. What do you call them things? YouTube. Got a doctor. Doctor said some ludicrous propaganda trash that tobacco's not good for you. I've got some hellacious arguments with stupid doctors. Never tried to make a video and smoke a pipe. I drop pipes and break them all the time. I believe I got this pipe down there, and I live in Mexico, in Tijuana, That's Aunt Joanna. Anyway, the gasoline is cheaper in Mexico. So is cable. And so is telephone and rent and food and stuff like that there. Refrigerator monsters have not yet invaded in Mexico. The point about refrigerators being not GWOD is that they don't keep food fresh. They merely rearrange the molecules in the food and spreads the rot thin. The dead celluloids and cellulars and the things that make the food have life. It makes it die, and it spreads the death around, so it still looks good, but it's dead. All you're doing is eating dead food that's spread around so it doesn't taste dead. I keep my fresh stuff on up here. And that's oranges and apples and pears and stuff like that. And the garlic. That's good for you. Garlic's good for you. You gotta eat it though. You can't. Even though I live in San Francisco, I don't put health foods like bananas and other cucumbers and all. I don't put them in any place. I cut them up and I put them in a salad and eat them. Some people don't. No, we won't go into that. Thank you. Without the correct stem, it's hard to keep tobacco back to burn. Tobacco is better than butter. So you put butter in a pot, try to set it on fire. I tell you, no good. Poo-poo. That's an exercise in fertility. Okay. Now we were going to talk about schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a disease that you catch from being around other sick people and you touch them. Or you touch surfaces where they are. That's the only real germ in the world. The other germs are artificial constructs or some guy from France called Louis Pasteur. Germs are not existent. Things that are existent are evil spirits. Like, you're going to read back in the Bible there, and you're going to find out what germs are. And Jesus could see them, and he cast them out. Evil spirit. And then when the dude back there, the guy's name invented the microscope. Might have been Pasteur, who knows. The microscope invented created the germ theory. I'm pretty sure that was Louis Pasteur. Hate to lay bad on them, fellow Frenchie. But be that as it may. When I seen them things in the microscopes, because it was the age of reason, the age of enlightenment. That's enlightenment. So, what they do, they say, woo, oh, these things look like little demons. Oh, they are little demons. Look at them. Woo! So they got scared and they said, oh, we can't tell nobody that, because then the Catholics will come in and say, yep, we told you so. And they were right. Jesus was right. God is right. Unfortunately, be quiet. Unfortunately, everybody else is wrong. What are you going to do? Demons are what makes people sick. I caught schizophrenia when I was 18. My grandfather and grandmother didn't raise me, but she did, and her mama. My grandfather was a psychiatrist. Unfortunately, during the Second World War, he went off in the Army Air Corps to be in the Army Air Corps as a psychiatrist. He caught cancer in his tongue and throat. Young man, see, he died in 1945. I was not yet born yet when he died. So there you have it. And my grandmother was married to him. She was college educated also too, and as well. And she was a recreational therapist in mental hospitals. She also worked in the big veterans hospital down there in Waco, Texas, the biggest one then. And they had the guy in there that was a pilot on the Angola Gay. I made him assistant pilot, what do you call it, co-pilot, assistant to the big pilot. And he went and dropped bombs on the Japs, and he had a nervous breakdown. He was in there several times. And then she went to work in Altus Air Force Base Strategic Air Command. And it's there that I discovered three things. I discovered big radios that I could talk on. I was an amateur radio operator and still am. I have my licenses everywhere, W5, Alpha Whiskey Golf, amateur radio operator. Toot, toot. And there you have it. So what it was, and then I discovered Robert Hyman, Andre Norton. Books. I was reading books in the library that I would go to the library on the Air Force Base, which was the Altus Air Force. I believe it's still there outside Altus, Oklahoma. And she left that job and went to work in Arkansas at the State Hospital Colony. And it had a dairy farm. I mean, it was huge. And then when I turned, this is 1962, and when I turned 18, I had a disintegration of thought. And I was failed out of school, couldn't go to college, because I had lost my tact. I had lost my tact, T-A-C-T. I was not tactful. My tact had gone. I was a disobedient and willful child. And when I started talking to cats, and hearing them talk back, and when I saw mountains move and all kinds of things, of course, being not really intelligent in that manner, I told people, and they said, John, you're crazy. And I told my grandma, John's crazy. And of course, she had been trained to recognize that, so she took me to Dr. John Rosendale at the State Hospital there, and Dr. John said, you crazy, and put her around. And they put me on Ward 53. which is right. In those years, 1968, the canteen was under the ward 53, 53, sorry. I apologize, made a speaking wrong. And downstairs was the, what the thing was called there, the canteen of my grandmother's office also too was there, and she was director of recreation. And here I am up there, and I remember my doctor's name was Dr. Thompson, and Dr. Jackson was the big shot. He run the hospital, Dr. Jackson. He was the administrator doctor. And later a patient killed him. And I know the patient too. They was two brothers, and they was from, I think from Wynn, Arkansas. Yeah, Wynn, W-Y-N-N-E, Wynn, Arkansas. The two brothers, Red and Silas. That was on the same ward there. And on the way, the doctor, I was going to go back to talking about Dr. Thompson. I said, John, we're going to keep you a while, but you don't worry, because they're going to fix you up. They're going to fix you up real good. You'll be feeling better real soon. I've about 135 shock treatments, and 2 years later, my grandmother came in. I heard her screaming at, why are you going to kill him? All these shock treatments. I want him to go home now. Well, we can't let him. He's a sick boy. So anyway, she got me moved to building 62 with Dr. Parsons, Earl Parsons. And he didn't believe in giving people zaps. And I was there in 68, I believe, 1977. My grandmother had died in the interim, and my great-grandmother too, and my step-grandfather. They'd all died and left me in the hospital. Well, they couldn't come take me with them. That would have been, they would try to call that something weird, like suicide, you know. Anyway, be that as it may, you know, my daddy took me over to Oklahoma, and then I come out to California. I spent a whole long time down here in the mental hospitals, and finally in 1990, because of the vision that I told you just about in the other video, which is, the other video is in this box here, called the International Busy Machine. Somehow it's wrong. That's not what it's supposed to be. I hate when it does stuff like that. You eat an infidel, I'll just take you out and just beat you clean down to death. That's something. And you would do that, though, because it's not going to, they never want to rehabilitate. But, you know, I'm sick. So the most important thing to remember is that it's really important to know that whatever's important is important.
This is the voice. Talking voice. Speaking words. Well, my name is not. To other people are. I
do the same way.
Not guilty. Deep thought to me. And I burn lies. Play in the movie.
If we do this just right. Okay. Here in just a second you'll see. This somewhere in a minute. Just wait a minute. It won't take too long. It'll happen. If it doesn't happen, I'll scream. Screaming makes things happen. What's that name? What's that name? Oh, shoot. Okay. Cody. Here we go back here. Marshall. Dang it. You stinking dog. Here. Get back here. Oh, why in the world has to be so hateful? Okay. Everything messed up. I am too. There's nothing I can do about that. Let's see. Poo-poo. Okay. There. What is that name? What name? Okay, now that their name is from the book that was written by Mr. H.P. Lovecraft. I bet I read it first time, like about 1961, 62. H.P. Lovecraft. Anyway. What link? Now, you got to figure it out. I was telling you on that other video there about that there West Mountain, which is where the anomalolios. You know, the strange happenings and strange phenomena, stuff like that. Well, who owns all that downtown hot springs there? Hill Wheatley. Now, when I was a young guy, running around my old 55 Barrett, Gibson guitar in the back, and a big old amplifier more taller than me, bassman with two 15-inch Altic Langsing speakers, and I have a hot rod Gibson guitar, and I'm doing all, I could have done all of it. I all done it. Jimi Hendrix and all that stuff. Yeah, I did that just like years ago, you know. Wheatley, I used to run around with his son. His son was crazy and Cooter Bryant. His son reminded me of them people in that movie there, called, what it's called, I forgot the name of it, Done with Char. You know, it's a remake. It's not the first, it's a remake. Well, it was originally written a long time before I was born. But see, what I'm saying is, them people is not down there below Thibodaux, Louisiana. Because I used to live below Thibodaux, Louisiana. I used to live down there. And them ain't down there now. They was in Hot Springs, Arkansas. A whole bunch of weird things goes on there, and them peoples that owns that there, Hill Wheatley and all them, and that's weirdness. That's because they are the people from that there Dunwich Heart, that H.P. Lovecraft. They ain't up there in no Arkham institutions. They's down there in Hot Springs, been there a coon's age. And the descendators of Hill Wheatley and all is still there. How do I know this? Because I live there. Sure did. That's why I had the cats that talk to me. This cat here doesn't talk. He's just a disruptor. He's a major, he just loves it. Everything he just loves to do because he's a cat. You know, I was going to tell you. Like a grandpa called me on heaven's telephone. That's right, brothers and sisters. There's telephones in heaven. Grandpa called me down right here. And he said, I have to tell y'all, back home there in Poontang, Mississippi, our hound dog, our bitch dog, had kittens. How can that be? I'll tell you. We just take them kittens and we put them in a microwave and we cover them over with gravy train. And the dog has them and eats them. And she just loves them kittens so much. Y'all come on down and see us here in Poontang, Mississippi. You ain't never had nothing in the world. We'll go out there and kill you 2 or 3 possums. Make you some thick white possum gravy. Ooh. And them cat's head biscuits. Honey, you ain't never had nothing till you had possum gravy all over the big old cat's head biscuits. Dropped in a big old black arm skillet full of hog lard. The old possum grease in there. Whoa! It'll make you feel good now. Yeah, y'all come see us now, yeah? Poontang, Mississippi, where people's real cool, suave, and sophisticated. That's what I want to be. That's why I moved out here to California. I'm trying to be cool, suave, and sophisticated, like all these sickies out here. I don't think it's going to stick to me. I got too much baggage. I got too much baggage. Oh, well, baggage. Oh, see right there? I lost a piece of that tattoo when I had a motorcycle wreck. It caused that tattoo to come off there. I don't know where it went. It was back on that 2-lane highway somewhere. They had a big motorcycle. 1969. BMW R60S. Be quiet, Captain. Had a good motorcycle too. Woo! You should, by golly, you couldn't hear it coming and going. It was so quiet. It was like riding on a bicycle. Let it go 120 miles an hour. That's a good motorcycle. You know, down in Poontang, Mississippi, they still got out there at the sawmill. When the times are tough, they just run the sawmill off that motorcycle and then cut up little logs. when they need to do a big job, they just hook up that big one and run off state. You know, down in Poontang, Mississippi, it ain't too far from a hole in the ground where God comes and goes. You know, it's a Hot Springs, Arkansas, on the Underground Railroad. That old Diamond Jim's Railroad went from Melbourne, Arkansas to Hot Springs with Diamond Jim Railroad. It went out of business because God built an underground railroad to take you right up under Bathhouse Road. You can just come right up off the ground and just walk around. And they got a spur that runs out here. I got to go over to Emeryville, and I know where a tunnel is. I can catch an underground freight train. Go plumb back to Arkansas without ever seeing daylight. But it's kind of boring. I like to ride on them top freight trains that goes on top of the ground. Yeah. And I get a lot of air and I get to see all kinds of things. Underground there ain't nothing much to see except spooks and spooky people like me. Hey, it's hard for me to live with myself, but the cat likes me. Let's see. The cat likes me. Yeah, he's telling you now. Cat likes me. Want to say something else? What do you want to say, cat? He's very happy. Can you sing for it? That's the best cat in the world. You know, the cats, well, I don't know if you got cats, but cats always put the best hand forward to pet that. Yo, ho, ho, you and me, a little brown jug, how do you be? Look at shiny, look how shiny his fur is. Oh, ho, 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 that's a good cat. Medium male. That's what I am. I'm a medium male making a movie. Medium male. I have to look in here to see what I'm doing. Uh-oh. Watch out, the cat's gonna get me. Ooh, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, you know what cats like to play? One of them bags like that there? Oh, I know what he wants. He wants to go and flamingo. I'm gonna go out there and flamingo. Okay. Don't go too far, fat cat. Oh, I know a very good movie there. Let's try a few minutes so we can get here. I don't work too good. Let's get this way. That's my Larry Carlton signature guitar. And let's see, I'm going to take it out of there. Let's see. There's a little outfit that I did all this with back in the 60s. When I was, let's see, Simpson meter back here. You know how do you spell Simpson? And this is the old picture from the Dr. Bagwam. Okay, people don't care about that a lot.